What's up, YouTube family? Lou here with another Godlike Collectibles video. Today, I wanted to make a quick video about Guillermo Hernandez, who, also known as Willie Hernandez, was a Puerto Rican-born pitcher. He recently passed away on November 20th at the age of 69. He had a 13-year career with the major leagues. He is also one of 11 players to win a Cy Young and an MVP award in the same year. But not only that, one in 3 players to win Cy Young MVP and World Series MVP as well in the same year. So talk about reaching the pinnacle, right? Reaching the top. So I just wanted to give him a small tribute and show some of his cards that I have of him, and also just share some stats about him. He's the only Latino who has ever done that. Only Puerto Rican and only Latino to ever do it. And he's in the list of some elite company. Just to give you I wrote some notes down just to let you know who is on this list of Cy Young and MVP in the same year. 1956, Don Newcombe. 1963, Sandy Koufax. 1968, Bob Gibson and Danny McLean, National and American League. 1971, Vida Blue. 1981, Raleigh Fingers. 1984, Willie Hernandez. 1986, Roger Clemens. 1992, Dennis Eckersley. 2011, Justin Verlander. And 2014, the last one was Clayton Kershaw. So some elite company there. When you think about all those players on that list, pretty much all of them are Hall of Famers, right? For the exception of maybe 2. And, you know, now the company he holds with the Cy Young MVP and World Series MVP, Sandy Koufax, Danny McLean, and then Willie Hernandez. He was born in 1954 in Aguada, Puerto Rico, and then he passed away on the 20th. He was living in Florida, and his career WAR is 16.7. His win-loss record is 70 and 63, and his career ERA was 3.38. He played 7 years with the Chicago Cubs. He played 1 year with Philly, and then he ended up being traded to the Detroit Tigers. In 1984, he actually has 2 cards from Topps. One is Topps and Topps Traded, where on the Topps card, he's with the Phillies, and then he got traded to the Detroit Tigers. So that's probably his most sought-after card, his 1984 Topps Traded, which I don't have, which I would like to get. But I do have a couple of other cards of his that I will be sharing in a moment. And just to give you a quick reference of his career that year, he was first in games with 80. He pitched in 80 games. His record was 9-3. He had 32 saves out of 33. He was first in ERA with 1.92, first in WHIP with 0.941, and he was first in innings pitched with 140 innings, and he was first in WAR with 4.8. So he had a hell of a season that year. You know, the season after that, he did have a decent year. He had a good year, but nothing compared to his MVP season and his Cy Young season. And just to let you know who he beat out for the MVP that year, he beat out Dan Quisenberry, which was another reliever. He had 44 or 53 saves, but his ERA was at 2.64. And he was the one who finished second in the Cy Young Award. And Bert Blyleven was third in that voting, and Mike Boddicker for the Cy Young. And Hernandez received 16 out of the 28 first place votes. He beat out Kent Hrbek, who was batting .311 with 27 home runs and 107 RBIs that year, and Quisenberry. So 84 Tigers were very dominant that year. And just to think about how insane that is, that 140 innings pitched, you know, there weren't even starters who had more innings pitched than him, you know. And when you think about him just being a closer or a reliever, even though a closer kind of like started to change later on, like they became like a 1 inning type guy, he probably pitched 2 or 3 innings to close out a game. But let me show you some of the cards that he had, starting with his I have the earliest card I have is a 1979 Topps. This is from his Chicago Cubs days. Very nice card. Really good shape. Then his 1985 Fleer. Now, this one is cool because the picture used in here is from the 1984 season. So that was the season that he actually won the accolades. So then this one's a 1988 Score. This one's a cool one. My man always kept that fro tight, huh? From the 70s all the way up to the 80s. 89 Fleer. And the mustache. He looked like somebody's uncle in there. Like my Theo Willie right there. Great shot of him there. This is near the end of his career. I believe that his last card was 1990, which I have here. But I believe his last year was in 1989. So here's a 90 score. And yeah, that was his last year in 89. So this is a cool card because it has all his totals, his career totals on here, which is kind of cool. Yep. So his name is Guillermo Hernandez. They called him Willie. So yeah, so these are some cool cards, man. Part of my Puerto Rico collection of Puerto Rican players. So I figure I'd dig them out and show you guys. So yeah, man, rest in peace, Willie Hernandez. Had one of the greatest seasons of all time. You know, it's amazing how you got players who have played a whole career, have never gotten a Cy Young, have never gotten an MVP, or a World Series for that matter. You know, when I think of Nolan Ryan, you know, he never got a Cy Young award. And meanwhile, he's one of the greatest pitchers that ever lived. So, you know, the fact that he reached the pinnacle and he did it all in the same season, won the series MVP, won the regular season MVP, and won the Cy Young all in the same year. It's pretty incredible to know that only 3 people have done that have won all 3 in a single season. And, you know, to think that he's one of 11 who has done the Cy Young and MVP in a single season. So pretty remarkable. Got to be an unbelievable feeling to have done that in that year. And, you know, he finished out his career with the Tigers after that. But this is my little tribute video to him. So thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. Peace.